Hey everybody, this is Sarah Harnish. I'm a Young Living Diamond and I'm the author of the Game Plan book. Game Plan is the complete strategy guide to go from starter kit to silver. You can find it on Amazon or you can find it on my website at oilabilityteam.com. Thank you so much for joining me. This is day 9 of the How to Run a Game Plan boot camp training. So this is training specifically for leaders. So if you're running the boot camp yourself, this is for you, all right? This is for you. And then in a few minutes when I'm done with this, I will be posting the day 9 video for the actual boot campers, and it'll have a write-up that you can take and post on your business pages. And hard to believe, but we're almost done. Like after today, we only have 3 more days. It's pretty crazy when we look at the content that we've covered just in the last 9 days, and what this boot camp covers is so comprehensive. Matter of fact, that was actually the name that I wanted originally for Game Plan, was the comprehensive strategy guide to go from starter kit to silver, but I got outvoted by my editor, so it's complete, right? So what have we covered already? Why launching Young Living business, what your why is in Young Living, right? If you don't know your why, you don't have a reason to get up and fight for this every single day. So it's so important that that's front and center. I shared my story with you just to inspire you and encourage you to go out there and collect your own stories. And maybe you're in a place you really don't want to be. It just means that you're out there testimony gathering. All right? You're in a season of testimony gathering, and that's okay. That's a good place to be. God doesn't make any mistakes. Not in how long you're gathering your testimony, not in where you're at, not in the things that you have already been through, not in the trials and the tribulations. He makes no mistakes, right? And nothing will be wasted. You were perfectly made, right? You were perfectly made. So then we talked about a Young Living Quick Start training guide. So when I'm getting ready to go teach a 101 class, I keep it pretty simple. This is the Game Plan book. In the appendix of the Game Plan book is a script. It is the 101 script that I have taught at this point probably 500 plus times. 288 times I taught it to get to Diamond. And I printed it right in the back of the Game Plan book so you can grab it and go. Or if you have a game planner, it's printed right in the game planners now too. So if you grab that, you're looking for a good organization system this year. We are close to selling out for this year, so just a heads up. But that's on the website too at oilabilityteam.com. I just grab the script, I grab my kit, I sit down, and I read, right? Grab the script, grab the kit, sit down and read. And just read it with passion. Start every single class that you teach with your story, with your oil story, and why they mean so much to you, and why it's so important that they have those oils in their home as well. And so that's how I start people quickly. If they want to have a class on the second day of boot camp and they've never ever done a class before, grab the script, sit down, read it, right? Just read it. Make sure you got a laptop in the room where they can sign up with your sponsor and enroller number. Chapter 4 was avoiding pitfalls and the 6 mistakes that every stagnant business builder makes. If you're stuck, it's usually one of these reasons, like not doing follow-up or not having a strong close to end your lecture. You end it and then you don't tell them how to order anything, right? And so you planted these amazing, beautiful seeds, and then they go buy from somebody else because they didn't realize that they could buy from you. Number 5, chapter 5 was a little rough, overcoming excuses and finding your niche. So, what excuses do you have? What's pulling you down? What keeps you every day from getting out there and talking to people? Is it a fear of what people will say to you, or a fear of rejection? Is it just feeling like you don't know enough people? Is it feeling like you can't get out of your town, like everybody already has oils there? Do you feel saturated? What are some of those things holding you back? And the bigger question is, what would happen if you weren't afraid to talk to anybody? Like, what would happen if you were to walk out your door and every person you saw you weren't afraid to talk to? It'd be a game changer, right? Totally different business if you could talk to every single person and you weren't afraid of them. Chapter 6 was your greatest tools, a detailed tour of the virtual office. And I talk about the 2 most important buttons, how you watch you, which is rank qualification, and how you watch your team, which is my organization. Those 2 buttons are just about everything that you need to know in your Young Living business. And if you stay focused on those 2 things, just those 2 things alone are enough to take you great places, because you can strategize with just those 2 buttons in your virtual office. Then we talk a little bit about marketing and how to share oils. Please come to my oils class. It will be fun, right? Or are you sharing like, hey, it's so important that you take this stuff seriously. Guys, 1 in 3 people, 1 in 3 men get cancer between the ages of 60 and 78, 1 in 3. So if you have 2 guys in your life, chances are one of them is probably going to have cancer between, by the time they're age 60 or to 78. Women, it's 1 in 5. Those are not good odds. And the American Cancer Society says that 90 to 95% of cancer cases are not genetic. They're not. That's from a really reputable source. So what's going on here? It's the stuff we're breathing in. It's the stuff we're putting on our skin topically. It's the stuff that we're taking internally. It's how we eat. It's our diet. It's environmental exposure. It's all of that, right? And it's time to reduce the risk. All right. And that's what a clean environment is all about. That's what kicking toxins to the curb is all about. And if you can convey that in any way that the Lord gives you the right words, you're going to draw people, because very few moms are out there like, yeah, I love poisoning my kids every single day. Right. So you got to meet them in that place where they are, where they say, okay, all right, like I'm not okay with what we've got in our house right now. Teach and train the lifestyle. Yes. Do not train the starter kit, train the lifestyle. Train the lifestyle. That's how you get your ER percentages at 50, 60% is training the lifestyle, not the 11 bottles of oil in the kit. I think it's important for them to understand how to use those, but you got to go beyond that, right? Fearless, my ER book, it trains the kit and it trains the lifestyle. And it gives them pages at the back that say, okay, now you got your kit. What oils are you collecting next? And it gives them a list of all the oils. They can cross it off as they're building their collections. And it gives them a list of looking for poison in their home, room by room. And they can cross off each room. It's called the simple swap. As they focus on their cleaning closet, and as they focus on their laundry room, and as they focus on their bathroom, they can go through and start swapping some of these things out, and we give them item numbers to do it. So how are you training your team? Ellen says ER is 59.78%, baby. Ellen, you email me at oilabilitywithsarah, SARAH, @gmail.com, and I'm going to mail you 50 Fearless books on me. Tell my team what you won, because they're always like, what did Sarah give away now, right? Tell them what you won, but I'm so proud of your numbers. That's awesome. That's fantastic numbers. You continue doing that, you're going to be silver with a very small team, and gold with a very small team, and platinum with a very small team, because your team is product educated. Matter of fact, we almost hit crown in November. You have to have 750,000 OGV. Ours was 731, and you have to have all of your legs over 20,000. And our first 4 were, 50,000 over the 20,000 plus, and our last 2 were 22 and 21. So our legs were in place, and we were 19,000 away. The average crown team is 13,000 people. At the time, my team was 8,000. So it's almost half. And we had a wonderful prayer team going in Diamond Chat, and they were just an amazing support system for me. And one leader said, Sarah, how are you so close with only a team of 9,000? And another Diamond said, product education. All right, it's all about product education. So you can hit pretty high ranks with a relatively small team if your leaders and your team, your distributors understand the benefits of all the different products. All right, all the different products. So then we talked about the anatomy of a successful class and what elements have to be present. Like, are you collecting their contact information so you don't lose them when they walk out the door? Do you have internet and a computer so they can sign up right there? Did you bring any flip kits with you so they could walk out with it if they chose to? Do you have any incentive for them signing that night? Have you put together maybe an education bundle? Maybe if it's just a 101 CD or toxin-free life CD, just something that they can walk out the door with. It's so important. What incentives do you have for them to sign with you? Then chapter 10, we talked about how to do follow-up, right? How to do follow-up. Heather says we're at 43% with a team under 100 members. Heather, have you hit silver yet? Because usually the average silver ship's around 100. So if you're not there yet, you got to be really close. So following up, and I told you my secret for follow-up. It's fearless. That's my secret weapon for following up. I hand them the book. I give them a calendar, which you can print off our website for free. I have them fill it out. They screenshot it to me. They read the book. And I gift them $25 off their ER order. And that's how we've gotten huge longevity. We signed over 120 people to ER on various legs. I would focus on my zeros. Then I focus on my personally enrolled. Then I would go through leg by leg by leg and just do fearless mailings. And I keep a spreadsheet of the people that are sending me screenshots. And as soon as I see their first ER order clear, I send them a check for $25 and say, listen, you're worth investing in. All right, you're worth it. And so I'm going to pour into you because you're good soil. All right, you're excited. You want to lead a clean living lifestyle. You care about the products in your home. It's amazing. All right, it's amazing. Oh, Heather, you got this by convention. Easy, easy. With your ER that high and that many people on your team, I would say silver next month. Yeah, silver next month. So, how are you following up? What kind of follow-up are you doing? Are they just coming to class and then you just disappear? Or are you talking to them twice? Once for the kit and once for ER? Because otherwise you're losing you're losing all your work. It's like you went into your 40-hour-a-week job and you did it 4 weeks and then you didn't get paid in February or the next month for all the work you did for 160 hours. That's what happens when the month kicks over and everybody goes to zero. Right? I love seeing your guys' ER numbers. This is awesome. Hit silver in August. Woo! Wouldn't have happened without you, Sarah. Mendy, it wouldn't have happened without you. Game plan's just a book. All right. And boot camp's just a boot camp. Many, many people go through it and succeed, and many, many people go through it and don't succeed. The difference isn't me. The difference is you. Right? You took it to heart. You know, there's no book, including Game Plan, that's going to get you to diamond. None. You know, and I wrote like a big old Young Living book, but I really believe that it's your feet and it's your belief system and it's your actions and it's your heart and it's your hustle and it's your focus. That's what gets you to diamond. And so I'm so very proud of you. If you hit silver, you did that. You did that. I didn't do that. You did that. But thank you for the kind words. Then chapter 11, dealing with difficult people. What about people that only want one oil, right? They don't want to sign up, or they don't want to sign up on ER. And how do you handle that? Nobody's still coming to classes. And this is the 10 pages I added to the book about the art of the relationship that prompted me to write an entire another book just on how to connect with people. Because I felt like in 10 pages, I couldn't even get to all the topics that I wanted to get to for you guys. So Unstuck is coming. It's coming. But if you want a preview of it, chapter 12 is the preview of Unstuck, and it's going to blow your doors off because there's a lot of scripts in there. There's a lot of role playing in there to get you to really understand what it looks like when you're talking to cold market people that you don't know. Keys to confidence, and we talked about some heart training in one of the last trainings that we did, and your business toolkit, oily tools, and TaxBot, how to utilize some of the other tools that are available in Young Living. And I talked about the tools of the diamonds as well, which is a new thing that I added to the second edition of Game Plan that was not in the first one. Growing your business online, we hit that yesterday, and a comprehensive FDA training. So basically use the wording off the website. If you're not sure, that's already been vetted and it's safe, right? Okay, so tonight we're doing chapter 17 and 18. Then we have 19 and 20, right, for day 10, and 21 and 22 for day 11, and 23 and 24. And then day 12, and this is my last one that I'm shooting. After this, I'm on to the next project the Lord has laid on my plate, and I will still be doing roundtables every single Tuesday, so you can pop on and catch roundtable as soon as boot camp's over on Tuesday, and I will be there for you. But the next boot camp I'm shooting is going to be for Unstuck, right, which will be sometime in the fall. So you got a bit of time, but we are collecting these leader training videos and putting them up on the website so that you're able to have them after. So if you got a leader that wants to run boot camp, you can literally just send them to one page and everything's there in one spot just for them, all right? So tonight's training is 17 and 18, compensation plan and strategy guide on where to sign new oilers. The strategy guide alone, I had one diamond write me and say, Sarah, just that page on Rising Star, what you added, the pages in that is worth the value of the entire second edition book, because it took us over 4 months to put that together, to design graphics that were easy to understand so that you got them. I'm not going to review them here because we will go over them heavily in day 9 of boot camp, but I'll give you some highlights just as leaders so you know how to talk to your team. Number 1, we're talking comp plan. There's basically 4 parts to your check. And this is the simplified comp plan. When I release Game Plan 2, I'm going to explain generations and some of the other things that you get at higher ranks, but and the diamond bonus and all of that. But the simplified comp plan is that you basically get 4 parts to your check. You get your starter kit bonus and fast start, right? Starter kit bonus is $50 per kit. Technically, it's $25 for a starter kit and $25 for fast start, but you get $50 for every kit that you sell. The second thing is fast start, which means the first 12 weeks that person has that kit, everything they order, you get 25% back. So if they place an order for after the kit, if they place an order for a kit and then they order a $50 worth of product, you're going to get 25%. Say, let's make it easy. Say $100 worth of product on top of their kit, you get another $25 in your check, right? Part 3 is unilevel, and basically after fast start, they're going to slip into the unilevel system, and you're paid 8% on all of your people that are level 1s, and then your level 2s, you're paid 5% on, and then your level 3s, 4s, and 5s, you're paid a lesser percentage on. So, depending on where they're at in your organization, 8% is almost 10%. So if they were to place a $100 order, you'd make almost $10 just from having them under you as a level 1, just by them placing their order after the fast start is run out. Why does Young Living do fast start? It's to encourage people to start ordering right away and not just get their kit and sit on it for 6 months, right? You're encouraged courage to talk to them because you only have 12 weeks of them ordering and getting 25% of that back. And then the last part of your check is generations pay, and that doesn't kick in until you hit silver rank. So game plan is up to silver, so we'll hit it really, really hard in game plan 2. All right. And then the second thing that we talk about tonight on the day 9 training is where to sign new Oilers. And I do go over this in boot camp pretty heavily, but I'm going to run over it with you guys here too, because I want you guys to feel really, really confident in this. So I'm going to flip this around. In the new book, we've got 2 different graphics that we added in. One of them is focused on silver. So this is the way that I built, and I'm not saying it's better or worse or anything than any other way, but I'm not very good at math, and so I kept it really simple. I signed 10 people underneath me, and all of their orders totaled to 1,000 PGV. All right, all of it totaled to 1,000 outside my 2 legs. Then I took 2 of those legs, whichever were highest, and I built them to 4,000. 40 kits on one, 40 kits on the other. Bam, we've got silver. Right? So that's a very, very, very simple strategy. The second strategy is Rising Star, and this has been described as the simplest method to explain Rising Star ever written. We literally had teams of people to make this graphic and to do the write-up so that it was very clear and easy for you to understand. But the very first step is you sign 7 people at 300 PV. Now, why 7? You only need 6 legs for Royal Crown Diamond. Well, you sign 7 because you got a bonus leg in case anything ever goes wrong with one of these, all right? So 300 might mean one person 100 and one person under them at 200. Or it might mean 6 people at 50, right? The top leg has got to be 100 at least, though, or it doesn't qualify as a leg. So then after that, you take 2 of those legs and you build them to 500. Okay, 2 legs to 500. So you take them from 300 to 500. You're looking at 2 kits on each of those legs. You're going to cash in on 1 bonus for having these, and you're going to cash in on 1 bonus for having these. And then step 3 is you take 2 of those 500 legs and you take them to 1,000, and you take 2 more 300 legs and you take them to 500. So you can cash in on a max of 4 bonuses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 4 different bonuses. And the bonuses are about $40 or $50 a month. It fluctuates a little bit. So you can get about $160 extra in your check. Now, once you hit Rising Star, once you hit seniors, or once you get the Rising Star bonus, you can only get it for 24 months. After 24 months, you're not eligible for that bonus anymore. Okay? So this is another way of building where you're cashing in on all of those bonuses. All right. So you guys know the drill. You know what we do after this. I'm going to post the actual boot camp video, and I'm going to give you a little write-up so you can go put it on your page for your teams. But I wanted to end with just a word of encouragement. I've been trying to give you some good leader training and little teases of some of the things that you're going to experience when you're running your own boot camps and what's coming in game plan 2. Some of this content, I haven't told you that, but some of this content is from the second game plan book, which I've been outlining ferociously for you guys and doing tons and tons of research on it. But I felt like I needed to speak to the leaders out there who feel like they're alone. Okay, who feel like they're alone. Maybe you're just sad that you haven't found any leaders yet. Maybe you have leaders, but they just don't seem to be running with you. Maybe they're not showing up to your events, right? They're not showing up to your classes. You don't feel like you have a good support system. Maybe you feel like your upline is just non-existent and you don't have any support system. There's a beautiful woman at the class that I taught this weekend who said, oh, yes, I'm signed to another team. I just sat through your class. I'd like to sign to your team. And I said, well, I appreciate the compliment. It's a very big compliment, and you're always welcome at any of my classes. However, I really believe very firmly in blooming where you're planted. So when people write me and say I'd like to switch teams, I just hit delete on the email, because that's a lack of integrity among leaders to steal from other teams. It's very, very, very wrong. So I challenged her to go back to her diamond, go talk to her. I offered to connect her to her diamond so she could get good training. But here's the thing: you don't need an upline to build this, okay? That's one of the really nice things about Young Living. You literally just need a script, right, and a kit. You can pass the kit around and you can read the script and you share with passion. And how do I know that? Because the 3 people that signed me to Young Living when I first started, all 3 of them, one of them stopped building the business for several years, and the other 2 joined another network marketing company and built very, very high. And I didn't know anybody within a month of launching my business. I didn't know anybody that was doing a Young Living business anywhere, right? And we still got to diamond in 2 years, right? A little bit over 2 years. We still got to diamond. So, and that's not the first time I've heard that story. There are many, many, many diamonds. I love to share the story of Aaron Rodgers, who's a Royal Crown Diamond with a senior star upline. All right. the person above her has millions in OGV as she's sitting there as a Royal Crown Diamond. And if they had one class and built their executive leg, they'd make like $20,000 extra a month. But even her person right above her is so disinterested in building the business with a Royal Crown Diamond under them that they're losing their paycheck every single month. So, if you feel alone, then go build your team. Go be so busy teaching classes that you don't notice that you're alone, right? Get out there and share, and then you're going to turn around and you'll be like, wow, I didn't even realize this, but all these people are out there sharing now too, and that's pretty amazing, right? Don't go into it with the expectation of leaders right away. Don't go into it with the expectation that people are going to follow your lead. Don't go into it with the expectation that they're going to come to your events or your classes, or that you're going to have a, commune and everybody in groups is going to go do everything all together. That's not always the case. You might sign a really strong red personality underneath you that just takes off and does their own thing, and that's okay. That's all right. So if you feel like you're an island unto yourself, you go become a volcano, right? Blow up. Blow this thing up. Blow your business up. Be so busy looking down at your downline that you don't have time to look up at what you don't think that you have, right? Because, man, you're looking up, you're not building your business, right? You're not building your business. Don't worry about having all the knowledge in the world to teach classes. Don't need it. Just need a script, right? Don't worry about having all these bells and whistles in your classes. Don't need it. You're going to scare all your leaders away. They think they have to do that too. And don't worry about the team that you don't have yet, right? Don't worry about the leaders you don't have yet. Don't worry about the upline support you don't have yet, because none of those things are a requirement to get to Diamond. The only thing required to get to Diamond is a script, a kit, and you. Right? You get out there and do a script, a kit, and you. I'm blown away at how many diamonds do not have other diamonds underneath them. Like, it's amazing how many of them, even Royal Crown diamonds, don't have a single diamond on their team. That means that they built all of that by themselves. Like, they just got out there and they did that. So here's the thing, like, if you're waiting for your upline to support you, what you're doing is you're withholding your paycheck from your family. You're taking bread off your table, right? You're literally pulling it off your table so that your family doesn't have that income. And that's not good stewardship of your business. So get out there and go share, and you focus on those little faces in front of you that need their mama and they need a good income, and you focus on relieving pressure off of your spouse, and you get out there and you just do this thing. Right? Just do this thing. Whether you got an upline, whether you got a downline, it doesn't matter. You just love on people. You meet people where they are without any excuses. You meet people where they are without any judgment and no condemnation. You meet people where they are no matter what they believe. You guys know I am a born-again Christian. I am unabashed about my faith. I have been in Game Plan. I have been on these lives. And yet I had an atheist ask me this week, am I welcome here? And I said, absolutely, you're welcome here. Absolutely. And if you ever feel disrespected, you write me. All right, you write me. This last weekend, I just had an opportunity to teach in a mosque, and it was beautiful. We've been to Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, surrounded, where we're in the minority, right? Surrounded by people with completely different belief systems, and that's okay, right? That's all right. They know what I believe, and I know what they believe, right? Don't put these barriers between you saying, I can't do X, Y, Z. I can't talk to anybody that doesn't believe what I believe, or I can't talk to people I don't know. I can't talk to anybody without my upline answering my questions, right? You can pick up the phone and call member services if you're stuck, right? We put these barriers around us, but then what happens is we're the one that suffers because we don't get the paycheck. And then our kids don't have the paycheck, and our family doesn't have the paycheck, and we don't have freedom because of excuses. And that's really what it boils down to. So don't you worry about who's above you, and don't you worry about who's below you. You be a no drama team. No drama, right? People text you with drama, be like, hey, I'm sorry, this is a no drama team. I love you, and I'm here for you, but I just don't do drama, right? I just don't. You got a question? I'll answer you in a sentence. If you need drama, here's the number for member services. You can go talk to Young Living directly, and my leaders know we just don't do drama on the team. So, but sometimes we can be the worst generators of our own drama, honestly. We really, really can be, where we set these boundaries and these crazy expectations. So don't worry about what your upline is doing. Your upline is out there trying as hard as they can to build their gold leg, build their platinum leg, build their family's freedom. And it's not their responsibility to build your organization. It's their responsibility to fight for freedom for their family, right? And it's your responsibility to fight for freedom for your family. And you can do it. You don't need anybody else. You don't. You just got to get out there and love on people. right? Love on people. I love you guys. I'm going to post the video in just a second for the next day of boot camp. Catch me tomorrow. We only have 3 more nights left, and that's the end of live game plan stuff. Like I said, I will be having an unstuck boot camp, and you bet your Bippy there will be a Game Plan 2 boot camp when that comes out. But these are the last live videos that I'll be shooting that will be posted to the website for you guys to use forever. For Game Plan, I'll continue the roundtables, so please pop on Tuesday nights at 8:30 Eastern and enjoy the roundtables. The one I'm shooting tomorrow, I will be shooting from the French Quarter of New Orleans. So exciting. I was in Chicago yesterday, and it's the day before yesterday, and today I'm here, and tomorrow I'm in New Orleans, and in a week I'm in South Florida, and in a week I'm in Minnesota, and then in a week I'm in Chicago. But you know what? I get to take my babies with me all over the world, and we've been on adventures together, and we've learned things together that I never could have taught them out of a textbook, and it's been an amazing, awesome adventure, right? Young Living has been an adventure. So I love you guys. I'm going to see you tomorrow night, same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you for sharing your stories with me. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your emails. Thank you for your Amazon reviews and for your oilabilityteam.com reviews. If you're not sure where to find the videos, it's very simple. You just go over to the website. It's where you can find Fearless. That we talked about earlier as well, and it's where you can find the game planner, soilabilityteam.com. If you click on start here, you'll see the boot camp, and you'll see how to run a game plan boot camp. If you need some tears and some encouragement, go watch the Sarah's Why video tonight. That'll really get you. If you don't know what your why is, and you're sitting here as a leader and you just don't really know, you don't know why you're getting up and fighting for this every single day, go take a look at that. All right, that's 30 minutes will be some of the best time that you spend this week. And if you're looking for free stuff, it's under the share button. Textable classes, how to run boot camp, Fearless, all the Fearless classes. You know the scripts are up here for free. I just post my scripts for you guys to bless you. ULA, we got ULA boot camp coming here real soon. Interviews, over 70 of them. Free stuff, the Moses blessing that we talk about in boot camp. Purple bags, it's all here. If you want to shop, there's lots of ways to shop. The game planner's up there, books, audiobooks, CDs, DVDs, all the stuff for purple bags. So it's all on the website. 80% of it doesn't cost you a wink. It's just stuff up there to bless you. And I love you guys. Continue to be out there. Fight for your teams. Fight for your freedom, because it's worth it, right? It's absolutely worth it. I'll see you tomorrow night. You're worth it.